Hey everybody, this is Grace. This video I'm going to talk about, that I've been quite disturbed lately. Seriously. Once again, okay, it's not anything new. Every once in a while something will come up that just, it's like I said, not anything new. It's just a lather, rinse, repeat, but sometimes different characters, different, the whole scene, but it's the same thing when it comes down to it. And it's just, when it comes down to it, it's abuse, it's master manipulation. It's being played out right there for anybody to see, anybody, online and video. And I'm not going to name which one. I mean, there are probably a few. My experience with over 7 years, just over 7 years of, I've been online since 1990, so my experience overall has been this. It's not usually the only one, but this one is one of those that really disturbed me. And they all have disturbed me. Because when people are just using people, and the people, you want to think, or I want to think, I'm going to say you, but I mean me, I have it. But I wanted to think that the community, that genre, that whatever it is, will take care of itself. That somebody's going to stand up and it's going to be, no, we're not allowing this, and, and whatever needs, a legal thing, like people just shun them, shun them. Use that old-fashioned word, shun them, and that's that. They're no longer popular. They've been proven wrong, something like that, or proven whatever it is. But instead, it's more like it's a lot of hypocrisy. I just did a video. I don't know which channel put this on. I've been putting my videos about this on one channel. I don't know if I'll continue to. Basically, like people saying, that everybody has the right to do and say what they want, and then there's going to be other people saying, well, that's gone too far. They're all in the same kind of camp. I'm independent, by the way. I am independent. I'm not that right, not left. I'm not whatever. I'm independent. But these are, they have their rights, and then some people, they say everybody has their rights, and then they turn around and say, yeah, but you went too far. You're embarrassing us. This kind of thing, where you're making a mockery out of this, or you're, what other kind of terms have been used, that they know it. They know what's going on. It's manipulation. It's all lies. It's all cheating. It's all, something like this. Can you really have it both ways? Okay. Anyway, I started watching it probably a week or so ago. I don't even know how long, and recently I've been more in the house than usual, for various reasons. I would say, I want to say a few days, but maybe it's just been one, and felt like much more. Really, being in the house all day, no, not me. It's just not me. I'm usually gone somewhere every day, but at least one place. I tried to. Then 2020 happened, and I'm leaving out certain words, and things changed, and then it was okay. Then it, Anyway, so I've been going back and forth with myself because I'm so disgusted by all of it. I'm so disgusted. But I am a, social behavioral scientist. I'm a sociologist. I look at things deeper than, I was trained. I was a career freaking student, freaking career student. Taught at college and university. It's in me to look at it, and to look at it critically. And, like I said, I'm an independent. That's the way I put it these days. I used to say I'm just neutral, but I wouldn't put it that way these days. It's just independent, and that is pretty much the same, at least in my case. And I'm just disgusted, and I see pretty much deplorable people. I wish I could see something good about it, but I can't. And anyway, it really has caused me first feeling physically ill, and then I'm going to say something that's a little bit gross. Fair warning, a little bit gross. My blood pressure started going up about like a day or so into it, and then I started having nosebleeds. Yeah. And I went back and forth on this thing of saying, I don't want to watch it, I'm not going to, delete all of it and not ever look at it again, and then say, well, yeah, I'm sticking my head in the sand, and that's not me, that's not how I do things. And take a peek and go, oh, I'm so disgusted. Then again, nosebleeds, bad nosebleeds. And I did take my blood pressure that time, and it wasn't too high, but it was a little high. And well, those times, I should say. And really, this kind of thing, in the meanwhile, I had gotten you want to do this survey? I did that survey. Boy, did I ever. I was half asleep. It was real early in the morning, and I'm like, what did I say in that survey? When there's little boxes to leave comments. Oh boy. But really, there's a line that could be drawn, especially when it comes to people who are, how should I put it? They really cannot protect themselves as much, or it involves them. You know, they did this about ableism. You know, people who have differences. Some I would call them differences, like I said, or well, if I put it on this channel, the channel that I said that. Some call them disabilities, some call it challenges, anything like that. And especially when it involves the elderly and children, you know, and yeah, you know, I'm a sociologist, like I said, so I taught against racism, sexism, ageism. I call them the negative isms, and you know, onward. So yeah, I mean, I believe people should have freedom of speech, but there are these things, you know, like any social media. Generally, what I've seen since 1990, they have limits. Okay, I'm not the person putting up the limits. You know, some of them could be a little bit too much. Some of them could not be enough. I'm an independent. Okay, so I'm laughing at the way I put it. I'm an independent. So I think for myself. But when it starts to involve protected, what did the people used to call it? I know it was protective, whatever. Okay. And a lot of it, yeah. So, and I'm seeing that back to back to back. Oh my goodness. And, you know, one of my pet peeves, people who think that they know better than, I'm not going to say professionals anymore. Yeah, maybe I'm not expanding it enough. It's the people who do the job on a regular basis and have for years and know what they're doing. They you know, some people, I've said this before, they need the certification, they need years on the job, they need license, whatever it is that they need, they have it. They've been put through the test plural. They know what they're doing, they know what they're, you know, talking about. And then there are people who say, well, I know more just because I think I do. You know, basically when it comes down to is that. And they can cause people problems in the meanwhile. They can cause a whole lot of trouble, and it's all for, like so many will say, I'm not so certain that that's just all that it is for, but some people believe that all it is for is clicks and views. In other words, money. And then some flat out say money, whatever social media platform it's on. You know, they want attention, they want, you know, to sell their products, they want something. It's what many will focus on. And then people who will comment on it in the negative, you know, take the other side of the, you know, that same side, really, you know, left or right, and but people will say, well, that's just too far. Those people, they're still gaining the same kind of thing, the popularity, the clicks, the views, the blah, 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 you know. So what can you say? I mean, I know myself, not just through this, but even earlier this, I can't really say this year, but maybe starting end of last year, end of 2021, I have felt a bit silenced. I started to feel like, not the first time, but really. Okay, yeah, I have felt a bit silenced because no matter which platform, when you want to come up against something, but the flying monkeys, I've done this about narcissism, and people call them flying monkeys, call them cronies, it can be groupies, it can be whatever, followers. They attack. Okay, I had recently I've had some pretty downright ignorant, I'm going to say, comments. Unbelievable. Yeah. But I should expect that every once in a while. But I don't get many comments at all. I don't know, is it because of my settings? And like if it's a bot, I don't get bot comments anymore. I haven't for a year or so. And maybe it's my settings. I don't know. My comments that I do have, they don't go up automatically. That's for certain. And some of them don't go up at all. If there are these kind of things that are just, no, you're not promoting that, or you're not at all. Whatever kind of promotion it is, promoting something, no. And whether it's another channel or it's just their view that's totally opposite, that has actually can't even understand it because there's no punctuation, and quite often no punctuation. So, I haven't used that word in a long time. So, apparently they've never used that. But anyway, I'm just, physically ill from watching such. And it's that thing of, being silenced, because if, like I was saying, if you say something, if I say something or other people say something, they're going to get drawn into that. And, anybody sees it, they're going to, then they're going to start pointing fingers to that person and all that. Ugh, really, I don't need to be in that. I just want to vent that I'm so disgusted at seeing that. I was so disgusted at seeing stuff on the news. Really, I'm an independent, okay? And seeing such on the news, whatever news network I watch, I'm not one just to watch one. And then seeing so much that's just out there, thrown out there, that's so negative. And I started watching different things, and this is not just this year, but over time, watching different things where there's some kind of wholesomeness to it. Like, I watched Call the Midwife. I had watched a little bit of it before, never got that into it, and I think I have one episode left. All the seasons. But every time a baby was born, I'd get a little sniffles, and because it's and not just that, but other things. It's so good. There was so much good in it. There's just good, decent people with that mentality. And started watching Heartland recently. I had watched a little bit of it before, but couldn't get into it. Now I can, after seeing it's like good versus evil. Okay, I'm going to focus on good. I'll step away from the darkness. Stay away from it, but at the same time, you got to point them out. But these days it doesn't work this way, does it now? Pointing something out only causes, this is my experience lately. It only causes the person who's doing that trouble, or they already know that if they call it out, then they're going to get more clicks and views and so on and so on. None of my channels are monetized. Nothing on any social media platform is going to earn me any money at all. Put it that way. None of them. Nothing. I'm not really on anything, really. And it's just, I don't know, I'm just so disgusted, to tell you the truth, really, this is what it's come down to. And I keep saying that. I know I repeat myself, but I keep seeing it. I remember I've mentioned more than once that in 2018 I saw the biggest scam, what I thought was the biggest scam. Seems like some of the people, at least one, realized it was a scam, and it was just bad. And it was like, I don't want to be in any way associated with any of that at all, you know. And I wanted just to quit. So just enough was enough. And I think this is what happens to a lot of people who cannot handle that kind of stuff. You know, not cannot handle it, just don't want to be tainted by it. You know, to see that kind of filth, you know, and to be touched by that filth, really. And what's going on right now, at least what I've seen, is filth. It's the best word I can use that wouldn't... I'm just going to say that's the best word I'm going to use right now. Putting it lightly. And like I said, I go back and forth because I want to see it. And then I don't want to see it. But I go back and forth because I don't want to have my head in the sand. And then I do say, hey, maybe I've seen enough over how many years, you know. And you can read this stuff going back millennia. That it's the same thing, just slather, rinse, repeat. And just different little ways, you know. They put their own little twist on it. Their own little bent and ad nauseam. But yeah, I don't know. So I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I'm having to spend too much time at home. I'm leaving out words, but with my adrenal disorder, I'll be seeing my doctor just a little over a month from now. So anyway, hopefully these issues don't keep going on there, because it can be something other than that. Definitely, I'm not a healthcare professional in any way, shape, form, or fashion, so I'm not going to diagnose myself. I just notice the patterns. I was trained in research, you know, even taught it, so I have a clue. And but I'm not a healthcare professional, so I'll see my doctor if things, you know, continues to happen. If there are certain other things that have happened that causes this to happen in me, and it deals with winter temperatures. It happens to me, so it could be a combination. I'm not a healthcare professional. But anyway, I don't even know if you can hear me because I'm talking a little bit lower than my usual. But I do want to continue watching, because I do want to see the part of the society trying to correct this, to trying to say, okay, we're not going to let you do that. That's very harmful. And I have seen it in the past. It actually works. Enough, you know, people rally around and say, no. And that's, we have laws, rules, and all that. So I mentioned this in video. I'll probably put on this other channel. But yeah, we know that. I know that. Who doesn't know that? We have laws, rules, even social laws and rules. And there are some things that some people just can't handle, and rightfully so. You know, and like I said, I'm an independent, but they might be on the same camp as the other ones, and they just say, there's a limit. We even have a limit. Okay? And you just crossed over that line, that boundary in the sand. We're not going to let you do the use people that are the vulnerable, you know, the protected groups. And we're not going to let you go there. You know. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, I think I've done enough for this. I needed to get out of the house just so bad. And this stuff has been on my mind. And I think one of the things, you know, I get stressed out is whenever I can't vent it out. You know, I don't know anybody personally. I do not know anybody that nobody I know knows that I'm on these various social media platforms. I'm not on a whole bunch. I'm not even usually on them. I'm not even this. But I don't know anybody I could like talk to. You remember the old-fashioned things people used to do? They actually called one another and spoke to one another on the phone instead of just texted or just not done anything. But you know, have phone conversations and say, "Can you believe this? Can you believe?" And that way, it's like a venting out, you know, and knowing that someone else sees it the same way, and they're not using it for money. You know, they're not going phone conversation. What are they going to do? Monetize the phone conversation? You see what I'm saying? No, it's just a conversation, and I've thought about that. You know, Adam knows about it. He's like, you know, there are a few people who know, but Adam, he's like, he doesn't really, yeah, well, whatever. You know, he's not into it. He knows a few of them, the characters. That's what they seem like to me. But yeah, well, he was one that actually pointed out that a certain man was stealing my ideas repeatedly, like every day. You know, I already knew it, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, just disgusted by it. It's really, I don't know anybody that I can vent it to, so, you know, not vent it to, but to share our frustration or our, you know, whatever with. So what else am I going to do but put it online, you know, put up a video, make a video, or whatever. So I realize that definitely helps me. So, but I'm not looking for clicks and views. So I don't name them. I don't put it in the title. I don't do hashtag on these people. And I have to say I'm very disgusted. Very, very disgusted. Anyway, I'll wrap this up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.